I showed this picture last week. That's a Democratic Socialist meeting in Colorado last month.
This crazy broad who thinks she should be the next governor of Wisconsin openly admitted that she can't stand white people or the elderly. Listen to this tweet from Francesca Hong. I ate 2 bites of my kid's cheeseburger at Culver's in Black River Falls and told him they ran out of ice cream. Mostly just wanted to leave because I was on the verge of an anxiety attack. Too many old white people who didn't think we spoke English. She's the Democrat frontrunner for the gubernatorial race in Wisconsin, which is 84% white people. Is this really the best they can do, these hateful, demonic gargoyles? Separately, I'd like to point out that she made 2 grammatical errors in her tweet, so I also don't think that she speaks very good English.
10 o'clock here in New York, a political earthquake in the Midwest exposing deep fault lines among Democrats. This is the party's far left wing shifts the ground beneath their feet in this critical battleground state. Before the midterms, the political focus now goes from Michigan to Wisconsin, where the Democratic Socialists, Francesca Hong, is the leading contender in next Tuesday's primary for governor.
Democratic Socialist Francesca Hong is running for governor there on a radical progressive platform, including abolishing ICE, defunding the police, Medicare for all, state-run grocery stores, and even gender transition treatments for kids.
Also, she is not shying away from polarizing figures like Ilhan Omar, who has her support. And
to the general,
it would be risk not to try to build the broadest coalition possible.
our people in our communities.
My favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. Because I love
have it.
Thanksgiving. Yep. I don't.
Yes, this lady is freaking out everywhere on social media because her past is haunting her. She goes on CNN, she responds to questions in a way that if you watch another interview, you see contradicting points that she is putting out. She has said this in the past. Oh, I don't want this holiday. I don't want this kind of holidays. I don't want this. Now, these people are doing their job by asking her simple questions. Like, you said this, you want to abolish Thanksgiving. Do you still believe? She is changing the narrative. I don't know why people are falling for this. If someone was constantly putting these things out on social media, then deleting it now should tell you something about that candidate. If you look clearly, she is a front runner. She's the winner already. She's running in Wisconsin. That should tell you what is happening.
What do you have against Halloween?
I just don't. It's kind of. This is. I don't have anything against it. I just don't feel the need to have to participate, and it's fine for kids. This is not a I dislike. I'm not a super fun person.
Okay. So she won't be a super fun governor.
Okay, there's
she won't be
something
going
I
to
can
any Halloween
believe.
parties.
Yes.
What do you make of all that?
Yes, I can believe that. That's highly credible right there. Look, you're running for governor, right? And so if you're running for the governor of a state, can't you just talk about families and good all-American things, wrap your arms around the flag? The Democrats today, do you see a flag in these pictures? Do you see them campaigning with the American flag in America 250? You don't. That's the fundamental difference. When I was in Congress and I ran, I would look for homes with flags because you know what? That's where the Republicans live.
There you go. Jason, good to catch up with you. We'll see how things go next Tuesday, but it looks...
That is not all. I saw this video where Kathleen Colling asked her this question.
They brought up as well was a post from you in 2021 where you said Americans should cancel Thanksgiving, should have done this in 1621. The post has been deleted. Republicans have been highlighting it. Do you still believe that Thanksgiving should be canceled?
I'm a chef, and one of the first meals that I made that was for the community when I was 16 was a Thanksgiving meal. You know, I always think my hospitality background in owning a restaurant for 7-8 years, that bringing folks around the table to share conversation and build community is always a good thing. But Thanksgiving is also a time that's incredibly painful for many people in our communities. And so I think there I wanted to make sure that people understood that there are multiple views, but views can evolve. And the position that I'm running for right now, and I think my background as a chef, will actually help me become a better governor that's able to bring more people to the table.
Francesca Hong, thank you for joining us. We hope to have you back on, depending on how things go next week in your primary.
Thank you so much for having me, Caitlin.
I want to talk about cancel culture for a minute because I saw this story this week. An actor on Broadway named Gino Seegers, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, M-A-O, there he is. He was set to star in a play called, maybe a musical, I don't know, that doesn't conform exactly.
You know, it is actually amazing to see how Democrats are struggling to handle these. Some of these candidates will easily win during their primaries. During the general elections, that is where the problem is. I just saw recently on X where Joe Biden, former secretary, just endorsed Mike Roger instead of the other guy. He's not the only one. There are a lot of Democrats that are changing their mind because this is not their candidate that they like. And top Democrat leaders don't want to look into it. They don't want to make the people understand like this is a problem to them. They say it is okay and normal. I'm talking in relation to someone like Chuck Schumer. I watched an interview. A simple question came up about this whole thing happening in their party. His response tells me everything I needed to know. Yeah. At the end, I just concluded these guys, they just want to maintain their position. They don't care. The reason you see he's responding to questions this way. But this is insane. It is triggered me to a certain level. Someone said, if you see your opposition drowning, allow them to drown. Yeah. Because if you start giving them all the tactics, they will use it against you. That's what someone said on my comment section. You know, if you are a Democrat and you see this to be okay, then I don't know what is wrong with you. You need to wake up, reflect on what is happening on your own party, in your own party. Yeah, this is not okay. Look at the way she's talking. I don't know what actually makes people to be attracted to this lady.
Who is running, who is now, in my opinion, the clear favorite to win that Democratic nomination. She's a Democratic Socialist. Her chances up like a rocket. On June 30th, it was just 41%.
Does this mean that you no longer believe in the goal of defunding and ultimately abolishing the police? That
you would sign that bill to defund the police. And you said no.
If anyone's been defunding the police, it's been Robin Voss and the Republicans who have not been adequately funding shared revenue, and you have seen that local governments have had to make very difficult decisions. And
it's historic. And the separation of powers isn't?
There are a lot of videos about this lady. If I want to play here, we will stay here the whole day, you know, talking about her. At some point, I look at it, then I begin to ask myself, why are these people allowing her to actually take up this position? It is really not okay. I don't want to talk much. I want to appreciate people who constantly support me, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. As the social clips are there, and that's what you can always keep.
Of that UFC fight, because to me, that does not celebrate America's 250th anniversary.
Monday night gave the president and his acolytes an opportunity where the gladiator's god was praised for his
80th birthday.
When you come for the rest.
6-1 underdog. How good does this feel?
Never do this again.
Went under to jurors, but it was shown.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. So with all eyes on California, you can see exactly what's happening. They're
Was on here in the Golden State.
In 39 days, we will know.
Fun of people. And so this is my life.
You're talking about qualification.
Odysseus,
Telemachus, Penelope,
Antinous, Odysseus,
Athena,
Telemachus.
This clip of Elliot Page is going to be what takes the Odyssey movie. It's supposed to be
One thing I feel really